After his arrival, the Prime Minister has took a briefing meeting with at the airport with the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, and even the Foreign Minister to discuss the situation in view of the terror attack in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. The first action after Prime Minister Modi's touchdown in New Delhi has been taken in connection with the terror case in Pahalgam. He's met with the National Security Advisor. In fact, Deepak, those were also the visuals when he had just, deboarded. He deplaned his Air India 1, and we could see NSA Ajit Doval discussing the matter with Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
That's right, Gesu. With the terror attack fresh and the nation on the edge, the message is clearly visible. It is that there is no time to waste, and the Prime Minister was briefed by NSA Ajit Doval, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, and the Finance and the Foreign Secretary while he was on his way to his convoy from Air India 1. And the Prime Minister there cutting short his Jeddah visit and arriving in the national capital shows the gravity of the situation and also the importance that the nation needs PM Modi at the moment. And the Prime Minister also held a key meeting. These are the pictures of the Prime Minister's first engagement upon touchdown in the national capital. There you can see External Affairs Minister, the Foreign Secretary, as well as NSA Ajit Doval. They're briefing the Prime Minister, Gesu.
Yeah, in fact, Deepak, since we also spoke about the Finance Minister, she's also cut short her trip to the US and Peru, and she's returning to India at the soonest. That's what the Finance Ministry has said. And just moments ago, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also touched down at the national capital in the Pahalgam Air Force Station. He was being escorted by NSA Ajit Doval. These are the visuals of the meeting that happened fresh at the heels of his arrival in the national capital. In fact, also being joined by my colleague Riyanka and Harsha to get us more details into the matter. Riyanka, coming to you first, speak to us about the key details of the meeting. We saw the first pictures. The government has completely swung into action. Prime Minister is back on the soil.
Well, the message is already clear from the side of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as his first move was to cut short his Jeddah trip and come back to India in order to take several meetings and take the stock of the situation in Pahalgam. In fact, as he landed in the national capital, he immediately went on a first meeting with NSA Ajit Doval as well as External Affairs Minister, is what we understand at this point in time from the information that we have received. And in this particular meeting, we also understand that the key briefing of what the situation was yesterday, the number of people who have died at the terrorist attack, the number of people who are injured and currently getting their treatment in the hospital is also one of the data which is being shared with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Also, the arrangement of security and
we have our senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor also joining us on the phone lines. Abhishek, we have pictures of the Prime Minister's first engagement with NSA Ajit Doval, EAM, as well as the Foreign Secretary. And this clearly goes on to show the priority of the Prime Minister is to take swift action without wasting any time.
Well, yes, absolutely. So he just landed, and we've seen the visuals that he's asking the NSA to come along, and he walks. He tells the SPG that he's not sitting in the car as yet. Then he walks along with the Foreign Secretary and NSA, and then in the picture we can see he's listening with intent as Foreign Secretary and the NSA brief the Prime Minister on whatever has happened since the terror attack happened in the afternoon of yesterday. We remember he had already spoken to Prime Minister. He had already spoken to the Home Minister and instructed him to visit the spot and come back and brief him. We are told that anytime now the Home Minister should be on his way to Pahalgam, and then he will be returning to New Delhi. And then there would be a cabinet committee on security where whatever important decisions need to be taken would be taken in terms of India's response. We have seen that this had happened immediately in the aftermath of the Pulwama attack also, and then, of course, Uri. So I think this is building up to a crucial decision being made in whatever form. But a hectic day of parleys from here on. But Prime Minister kicking it in immediately on landing, not even going to the local landmark residence or waiting for all the formalities at the airport itself. He has taken the briefing. Remember, he cut short his visit to Saudi Arabia last evening, ending it immediately after his bilateral with the Saudi Crown Prince. There were more than a couple of engagements lined up for today, including one business summit. All those cancelled, and he immediately rushed back overnight